Well, tonight we have more original reporting from our nonprofit partners at Investigative Post. They're focused on the massive lead poisoning problem in the city of Buffalo. Environmental reporter Dan Telvach has been looking into the problem and found it may be worse than what government agencies are telling us. The problem? Children may not be getting tested for lead in their blood. Dan exposes the problem in another Two on Your Side Investigative Post original report.
At least 1,000 children in Buffalo last year were diagnosed with dangerous lead levels. More troubling is not all kids get tested. Buffalo Public Schools could verify that only about half the children starting pre-K and kindergarten had proof of a lead test.
The only way that we can identify a child who has had lead poisoning or significant lead exposure, at least, is by testing them with a blood test.
State law requires children get tested twice for lead poisoning before they turn age 3. But because of a lack of data, no one, including city school officials, knows for sure how many children in the city meet that requirement.
You did try to get that data. The results, you tried to do it twice. The results were alarming to you, weren't they?
Yeah. So we have incomplete data right now that suggests 53% of our pre-K students and K students have a lead screening on record.
Erie County Health Commissioner Gail Burstein told a lead poisoning roundtable a year ago that she did not believe testing children for lead was a problem in Buffalo. And the lack of reliable data hasn't stopped her from citing incomplete statistics to buttress her position.
Looking in our database, we found that 95% of children we check have at least one screen at their pediatrician's office, which is their medical home, and the other 5% are mostly refugees.
And I understand that the health commissioner wants to come in and inflate the numbers and make it look like we're doing everything we can, but it doesn't matter if it looks good, we need to actually be reaching those numbers.
Burstein refused to be interviewed for this story. In fact, she has declined interviews with me for 2 years. Last June, she walked right past me, refusing to discuss the topic at a lead poisoning forum. In an attempt to get more kids tested, the schools have proposed organizing free lead screenings. The tests would be available to incoming kindergarten and pre-kindergarten pupils and their younger siblings at community schools and 2 mobile health clinics.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
The damage caused by lead is irreversible and includes behavioral and learning problems that schools must deal with. This explains the district's interest in getting a better handle on incoming pupils.
If we don't have access to the complete health profile of a student, and that means their historic lead levels, we're missing a really critical piece of data.
But the health commissioner does not support the plan. She told the schools and county lawmakers that lead testing should be managed only by a pediatrician's office, some of which do not report test results to authorities. The school district first proposed the idea a year ago, but it didn't get off the ground.
Where is the sense of urgency?
We think everyone's bringing that sense of urgency, but at a certain point, we've got to follow up talk with action.
When can people expect something from the schools on this?
I would like to see that happen in the next 6 months.
You do know in 6 months I'll be back.
I hope you are, because I want to be able to tell you that we're doing it.
And Dan Telvach joins us now. So Dan, what should parents who are watching this do?
Yeah, this is really important. So if you have a baby, parents should make an effort to ensure that that child is tested at least twice before they turn age 3, especially if you live in an older home built before 1978 that's likely to have lead paint inside it somewhere.
Alrighty, now the Erie County Health Commissioner has refused to talk to you about this. Yeah. What can you tell us about what the county is doing to boost those testing rates?
Well, the county told me that they can't enforce the mandate that a child get tested twice, but they did say that they're in constant talks with pediatrician's office to tell them how important it is to ensure that a child gets tested twice.
Absolutely. Great advice. Thank you, Dan. We know you'll continue to follow up here. And by the way, know that you can also continue to see more of Dan's reporting on investigativepost.org.